Everybody, welcome. We're returning to one of my very first campaign settings. Let me introduce you to the cast so far. Everybody, introduce yourselves one at a time.
I am Kenner Sweeney, or better known as Deathster the Jester, and I'm going to be playing Marigold, a human artificer and bard.
Hello, I am Devoid. You may know me as Devoid04 online. And
Or you may know him as Bean in Pokeroll.
yes, and today I will be playing as Rosark, a goblin artificer who's been rehabilitated from the wild and into civilization, albeit with a habit of making things explode and making things loud.
And I, Roswell, will be playing Five Ice, a tabaxi bounty hunter. Basically, if there's a group of people that needs capturing for the right amount of money, he will get them, and he does not fail ever. Mostly because he, Mostly because he'll either bring you in alive or in pieces.
Always gets the guy.
Yep.
Absolutely, 100% of the time. Wink, wink.
Okay. Now that's going. Welcome, everyone, back to dragonsburrow, the underground city. Set in it's a massive city. Based sort of like, looks like a steampunk London. In a
On
cave.
London.
Fallen London.
Sort of like that. Except it's built, there's a giant fossilized rib cage of a great worm about surrounding the entire city.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what holds up the whole thing. Nice. That is actually pretty dope.
Yes, that's some paranormal
Yes,
stuff.
And there are
actually,
crystals of magical crystals growing from the cage, hanging above the city, producing light.
Our official sun.
Last time that, though, last time we were here, some of those crystals got knocked down
Whoopsie.
and created some golems that caused a lot of damage.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You probably weren't
I'm
there in
guessing
that
it
session.
was probably a previous session because I don't remember either.
This is a session I didn't record.
Oh.
This is my first campaign.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. No, this is not my first D&D campaign.
Hold on. Isn't this like the same game where I first played the
Yes!
automatons?
Yes! That one with the chicken on its head.
Yes. Oh god, now I remember.
I'm surprised I remember that one.
The chicken is what makes them memorable, man. I swear to God.
Anyway. Well, I'll let you guys figure out what your characters are currently doing right now.
My character would probably be just entering town.
My character would probably be working on one of many side projects, most of which have been completed, others are still in progress, but one of them, this is probably going to be her magnum opus.
Followed by a
Probably.
boom.
Yes, a very loud, very big, fiery boom.
Something just exploded near you.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
And you hear pounded on the door. We told you to keep those explosions in check.
I'm trying, but sometimes they just go off.
If you bring down the building again, we're gonna have to make you pay it for it.
Trust me, you're lucky that then my alarm clock's a flashbang.
All while the bounty hunter, all while our friendly neighborhood bounty hunter, seems like the local bounties have seemed to dried up. But there is a couple alternative jobs.
Uh huh. And where would that be?
Well, you can see them on the board, like a help wanted poster for the Explorers Guild.
I will
Looking
take
for
the wanted poster and start reading it.
it tells of a it tells about looking for some brave adventurers who are willing to help provide some support, especially on transporting some artifacts back from a dig site through some bandit territory. The pay isn't as high as like some of the bounties you've dealt with, but it's still pretty decent, like 500 gold.
I'll scratch my beard and be like, been a while since I've had it since I've had any good, good money come in. So I guess this will do for now. At least it'll hold me over for a week or so. And then I start heading towards the Adventurers Guild.
It's actually the Explorers Guild is
Explorers
actually
Guild.
connected to the
Explorers
museum
Guild, my
itself.
bad.
Yep. We find
So
stuff, and if it's worth it, we
I
put it
make
in a
my way
museum.
towards the museum.
Well, you could definitely see that the clock tower in the middle of town. It's still ticking by. It seems to be tracking the three moons. There's a secondary set of hands on there that track the moon's positions. You can see there are three different moons. Circle around the face as well as telling the face of time.
And what time does it say?
It's about say 11:30 in the morning.
Oof, that is. Uh, yeah, I guess that's around afternoon.
Wait,
I mean,
11:30 while the sun's out, or 11:30 at night?
In the morning.
What?
In the morning. Before noon.
Okay, because like there's a difference between midnight and noon. I'm wondering
yeah,
which one.
this is true.
Yeah,
Is
this is
everyone
the
here
sun
nocturnal,
up
or are we out here during the day?
day.
Okay. Good to
Yeah,
know.
I'm a daytime cat.
Yeah, my character is definitely a not like a morning person, but definitely has like that. Like it's definitely more active in the afternoon, but awake in the morning.
You would be surprised to know that Rosark is a night owl.
Goblins. We're good. Uh, can you get canceled for stereotyping like fantasy characters?
Just keep going, man. Just keep going.
Anyway, you can definitely see like the trolleys running along the streets, people carrying people across the city. You see kobolds, you see gnomes, you see occasional gnome and kobolds fighting. And you see dwarves, you see a mix of dwarves and drow, and a whole bunch of other races just looking at this, shaking their heads. Especially with
Wait.
the
I don't
fight
think we've
that's
even.
breaking out.
Yeah, I'm not even there, so whatever. Not yet. I'm at the guild.
I think that's probably where my character is at.
I figured you're still on the edge. You're waiting for a train into town.
I figured I wasn't sure if this was like the train or something like that in the town, or like the trolley or whatever. But yeah, I would
The
be.
town has a bit of a security train where they have like it's more like there's like an underground lake surrounding the entire town
Mm,
where they have a train that will carry you to and from the way out to the city. They also have a couple extra rail lines.
in case of emergency.
Yep.
I'm away
Smart.
from you. Florist Guild.
As you are waiting for the train, you feel like a gust come up as one of the trains pull into the station.
No, the reason why I asked is because I'd probably walk if it was a reasonable distance.
I can't wait to get into this big city.
Just as the train comes to a stop, you wind up getting hit in the face with what appears to be a flyer.
I take it off and I look at it.
It's the same help wanted flyer.
Hmm. Well, if I'm going to start a new life in the big city, I got to get a job, and looks like fate is telling me something. She folds it, puts in like her overalls, and starts. When the train gets in, is gonna walk to the
As you
Adventurers
hear,
Guild.
pretty much you hear a kobold come out, see a kobold come out of one of the cars and said, "On aboard!"
Oh, my rides. Yeah, definitely gets on the train and
As the train as several other people offload and get off and on the train. As you
if
watch
they're
the
like
train slowly start to run backwards as it returns back to town.
a two-way train.
Yeah.
Man,
I
if
miss
my
this
mama was
town.
here,
Welcome
she'd
back,
probably do
Phoebe.
something a lot more amazing with this thing. Fingers crossed, that's actually a callback to my character who actually was smart enough to make a hovering train. Because someone here decided to make a deal that exchanged my soul.
It was an accident. I didn't realize I was making a deal.
How do you accidentally sell someone's soul?
Long story short, he stopped our. He wanted to make a new railroad in his name, so we had to
Sell a
do some
soul.
weird shit. And Native Americans saved our lives and made a deal with Seth's character that if we kept their secret because they didn't want to be discovered, yeah, I mean, if we kept their secret, nothing's going to happen. But to make sure the deal is kept, they were going to brand him, but instead they branded my character because his character's great whatever grandfather that possessed his character's cane protected him and sold my character's soul.
That seems
And it
pretty
got our
deliberate
train
to me.
lost.
He's like, oh wow, I guess I can't be branded. Yeah, take him instead.
Yeah, for real.
Like this one's mine. You have this one now. I didn't.
Pretty
I didn't
much.
want to.
And the
I didn't
worst part
ask.
is my character's married to is well, getting married to his character.
And your character still slaps me in the head for being an idiot.
Hey, trust me. Just be glad it's not one of those chaclitas.
Anyway, back to
Back with
back
back with our separated heroes.
and
Yeah,
back with
sorry.
our
Yeah.
goblin.
Yeah. She's currently doing a
So
small
you
She's
said you
trying to
were
do
in the guild hall.
No, I was actually in a specific area, simply labeled and designated as Rosark's workshop. It's basically the one place that's actually blast proof. For good reason,
Oh, one of the town bunkers.
basically. But it's like the entranceway. There's like two different entranceways: a garage entrance and a main entrance. Main entrance is indeed in the guild hall, and the other one leads outside the guild halls.
You hear a
Called
knocking on the door.
Yeah,
It's your landlord. You're
give me a
behind on
second.
payment.
You hear a thump as he opens the door. How much this time?
Well, from the pack, it's 100. Look, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of something. The museum is looking for some people to hire if you need. So if you probably get money there. I could delay. I could delay it as long as you could pay.
Well, it's like I have a new have a project. Have a not a project, but a better, a different gig, so to speak. I'll be able to pay.
Just make sure you get the money to me by the end of the month.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
Nicest
I'll be forced
landlord
to kick you
ever.
out of this place.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure you don't want me to do that.
I don't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have at least one thing to do before I leave. It involves fertilizer and liquid. As she closes the door, a couple seconds later, the whole building shakes a little bit. Door opens again. It did explode. I did not see this coming this time.
As you see the landlord just shaking their head and just says, just go.
All right, I'm bringing Mortimer with me. She says as she marches off.
By the way,
Yeah.
just so Kindred understands, I tend to give out more gold so things are more expensive.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
So if you find copper and silver, it's pretty much worthless to you.
All right.
I mean,
So
it won't
only
be truly worthless. My character can use it for
Like,
artificing. You know
no,
what I
those
mean?
coins. Like, the only thing they may be valuable is, like, the historic value.
Mm, fair enough.
talk about using the gold standard.
And platinum, one platinum is worth 10 gold.
All right. I'm just saying.
So, by the way, just so
Anybody,
you know, the goblin actually
anybody
got
who
cheap
pays me
rent.
copper or silver, you short me.
I live with
That
the
would not.
guild.
That
They
would
have to
not accept
tolerate
that.
me.
I would not. I would not accept being shortchanged.
Pretty much, like, it's still like 10 silver to a gold, 10 copper to a silver.
Yeah, but we're talking about nickels, pennies, dimes, and quarters, and then the gold is dollars.
Pretty much. Though, gemstones also can double as currency as needed.
I am not selling my opal.
I didn't even know you had an opal.
I mean, I wanted to be like a possession that.
Anyway,
Yeah, whatever.
as you all eventually wind up, it's pretty much as so. Would our bounty hunter be riding the tram?
Um, my bounty hunter would be walking the streets, getting to know the city's ins and outs, uh, where to go, where not to go, its twists and turns. I never know what's the next time we need to run someone down. You know,
Okay.
getting to the trainer gets you there faster. But, if I have to chase someone, I'm probably gonna have to chase him down an alley,
Also,
and it's
just
gonna
so you
stop
know,
me a lot from city to speak.
you see a red kobold wearing a sombrero.
Is he wearing black armor? Just as a question.
No, he's wearing what looks like a modified blacksmith outfit.
Okay. I didn't know.
Olay.
And he's holding tacos! Tacos, tacos! Get your tacos here! Taco, taco!
If my character's around, she'd probably be going, be like I take one.
Be 2 gold!
2 gold for a taco.
She
Wow.
gladly gives the 2 gold.
Now if you taught me to go for a burrito,
Enjoy
you know,
Paco's magic taco.
Paco's taco. Damn
Huh?
it!
Paco's
Tacos.
magic
Okay.
taco.
My
It's
character takes a
Paco's
bite.
taco again.
Well, Marigold takes a bite.
It tastes amazing as a magical flavor explosion occurs in your mouth, and you feel revitalized at the same time.
It's not home, but it's not bad.
High quality street taco.
I had to reintroduce him. Dragonsburrow is not complete without Paco,
Actually,
the
I do have
taco
something in
selling
mind.
kobold.
Uh,
You hear the sound of a motor as you see Rosar drift up in a. You don't know what it is. I mean, it's a bike, but it has an engine attached to it.
It's loud.
Very loud.
Does it have a steam whistle on it?
No, it has a foghorn.
Well, that would have been funny if it actually had a train whistle on
I'm just like imagining that as driving down the street,
I mean, if
just
you want to have
hearing.
a whistle, like we can just make it canon that it has a whistle, if you want. If it's
Whichever's
preferred by everyone.
funnier.
Just so you know, it would be a very deep whistle.
No, the foghorn is just perfect. It's just hilarious.
I mean, it's more like a boat horn, but it's not enough to be considered a foghorn. Rosar drifts up and puts 2 gold on the counter of this taco stand. I'll take 1.
I was visited my favorite customer. The usual
As per usual.
with extra salsa.
Yes, make it hot.
Okay, just
If you
be
like
aware
this
you
guy's
might be
tacos, you
breathing
gotta
dragon
go.
fire after you eat this.
We'll see.
If you think his tacos are good, just you gotta try the tacos in my hometown.
Oh,
As Paco prepares the taco and as he pulls out the special sauce.
Rosar notices you, like, oh,
Pops off the cap, it slowly pours it on the taco.
I never knew.
Putting the cap back on.
He's like, I never knew that someone new's in town. Welcome to Dragonsburrow.
Thank you.
She notices Paco finishing up the taco. I'm ready.
He takes the gold.
I take the taco and take a bite out of it.
You take a bite. All of a sudden, you're breathing fire into the air.
She just does it straight up in like a near, I would say, psychotic laugh.
That is one spicy taco.
She's like, whew, man, that's a bit of heat.
Well, what do you think I happen
I
to
would
use
look on.
dragon
I would
pepper
look.
sauce?
I would look. I would look on in amusement as he's breathing fire. He's like, huh? That's some magical taco shit right there.
I just came to realization. I keep forgetting that my character is technically a kid.
Wait, what is their age?
My character is like 14. I just keep forgetting that. Like think because the way I'm like talking, I'm just like talking like a bit more adult like, and I'm like thinking, wait,
You're really
I gotta make.
She's
Yeah.
really mature for her age.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go for that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could pull off the kid voice right now.
Yeah, Rosaric moves her thing over and puts a kickstand up.
Get moving along. I'm about to get the lunch rush is about to start.
Like, that was
I
pretty
I would
impressive.
yell at Paco like,
I gotta
"Hey,
go see if this
Paco,
place is still open.
Oh,
My character runs to the Adventurers Guild.
she ends up riding alongside you. Need a lift?
See,
She gives her some room on the bike. Also, you might want to hang on very tightly.
okay.
Wait, I think you should be here."
And with a twist of a handle, you guys are speeding off at high speeds, drifting and sliding.
Marigold then grabs
riding.
on tight.
Popping wheelies.
Yep. Has a head.
This is
A
where
head
her
sleeve.
child. This is where her childness features come in because she's definitely like giving off that scared child. It's like never been on one of these looks.
Yeah, you can definitely make the sound out of a steam engine coming from it.
Yeah, and this thing's like although it should sound like it's pushing it, it's not.
What is that thing?
It's it's something I like to call a motorcycle. I named this one Mortimer. He's a really good one.
Can you slow down?
Yeah, then we can't get there quicker.
I
How
mean, funny
much
to
Hang,
say. Yeah,
further?
I was
hang
hoping
on
you
to your
said.
butt. You see, you just slide underneath a cart.
I was hoping
Yeah,
you'd
my
say,
character's
"Yeah, I can go
absolutely screaming.
faster." It just
My character's now screaming. She's no longer brave. She is screaming right now. Just
Yeah,
after goes
like
after that.
Rosar definitely has her goggles on for good reason.
the
Mine is
You see what you're
not.
trying
Does
to.
not.
well.
Marigold has her
And
eyes closed tight.
She had Kira slides right in front of the doors. We're here, kid. Which is
As
back at
soon
you
as
still
she's still
screaming.
shake. No, she's just visibly shaking. Even though she's like let go, she is like, okay, thank you.
Relax.
Slowly just
The more you ride with me, the more I'll get used to Mortimer's speed.
So, how is our favorite Tabaxi responding?
Is your bike pulling up?
Yep.
To a goblin, right? Taking a 14-year-old through a city very haphazardly with a device with two wheels riding at high speeds. That should not be possible right now.
Unless you're on
What?
rails.
and they're
What? What the name of us? Nothing. That's some kind of new mechanized horse.
You could say that.
Why is there
Actually,
only
I'm pretty sure he's way behind you at this point.
Yeah. We go like
why is
yeah.
it got two legs? And boy is that thing fast. I didn't think you'd be able to stop on time. You damn near crashed into me.
You're like way behind them at this point.
Yeah. The way I got
You got
around
left
him through
behind at
that
the
alley.
taco stand.
Um, that's a bit of context you could have told me like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, you could. I assume I just passed by him on in an
I thought
alleyway. And when I mean pass
I,
by, I mean basically
I,
use the ramp as.
I thought you guys rolled up on me. Not
No,
roll.
I figured we rolled up on them too.
I'm
no,
over
roll
here
up on him
thinking I
arriving, like nearly crashing into
opted
him
for a
too.
damn burrito, thinking I'm not even in the same part of the city as you. Being that y'all took the train and I went on foot.
Right.
But being by my Paco Tacos, I'm over here asking Paco for a burrito. And then you two just come off and I'm like, oh well
Yeah,
damn that
I
thing
like
fast.
I assumed you like saw the fire from a distance. Like, man, that's some taco stuff right there.
Oh, I didn't think you guys were paying attention to that bit. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I like we didn't know you were at the taco stand. Well, that's not part of the context, but
Yeah, so
I'm like, damn that thing's fast. Huh. I wonder I wonder if I could ride on the back of it like I did with these trains when I was a kid. Huh. I'm gonna have to ask him next time I catch up. But yeah, Paco, burrito.
Extra cheese?
Yeah, you already know it.
Would you like to try that with my newest ingredient?
What's that?
I'm experimenting with spicy onion.
That actually sounds delicious. Slap that on there.
Snap gold on counter.
I put gold on counter.
You lose 3 gold. As Paco
At
gives
least,
you a big burrito. Would you like
yeah.
dragon pepper sauce?
Nah, I don't want to drink. I, I don't want to breathe fire. I don't want to breathe that much fire.
Okay,
I
so
take a
reaper
bite out of the
sauce.
burrito. I just start eating the burrito and make my way towards and continue my way towards the Explorers Guild.
Yep, you eventually do make your way to the museum. You actually see the bike parked out front.
Oh man, I'll zip the bike looking up and down. It's like, oh man, this is some kind of new attraction. Too bad too bad it's louder than an angry dragon. Ugh. Oh wait, and then I look at the engine and like, huh, thing runs on steam.
You see
Interesting.
Hero Sock behind you. Yep, requires a fire crystal in order to give it heat, though. She's just sitting on the railing of the staircase.
My character is definitely like from shock, just kind of just went into the Adventures Guild for the interview, but has nothing to say. But went in from shock.
Actually, you gotta go into the museum first.
It's a museum.
Okay, yeah, then my character's in through the museum through shock, not even
Hmm?
aware of anything, just going to where
She needs to
again,
go.
yeah, wherever she needs to go.
You see what appears to be an elderly lizard folk walking with a cane.
Excuse
Oh,
me,
so
is
I
this
guess
where the
someone is
Adventures
finally
Guild's at?
responding to that ad I posted a while ago.
Yeah. Is this the Adventures Guild?
You mean the Explorers Guild? No, this is the museum. The Explorer Guild is just down the hall to the left.
Hmm,
Third door on the right.
thank you.
Follow the staircase down and you'll be in the main headquarters.
Thank you. Wait, the red staircase or the blue staircase?
They both go to the same place. We just do it, we just have that so we can screw with people.
Okay. She takes the blue one.
Like you see just some pictures of some of the older crews. You even see that old elderly lizard folk. There's
Hmm.
actually a much younger lizard folk at the center of one of those pictures. Surrounded by a crew of elves, humans, dwarves.
Do lizard people live longer than the elves? Interesting.
No, we don't. They happened to die during expeditions when the whole site collapsed.
Oh, didn't realize you were behind me.
I am
Hmm.
much faster and quieter than you think, despite my age.
That and your ears are
Impressive.
probably still ringing.
But I continue forth.
I am the curator, at least current
It
curator.
hmm, it is greetings. I am Marigold.
I'm also
I'm
the guild's head.
oh,
You may call
so,
me Ulin.
well, it was great to meet you, Uline. So the interview to dig bones is
Actually, we're looking for a group to help protect some shipments from one of our local dig sites. You see, It's a really old dig site, and we've been having issues with bandits raiding the shipments of trying to get the goods back to the museum.
Hmm.
Then Rosart comes in. Whew! Wow, there was a fake staircase. Then or something.
And I will follow closely behind. It's like, why would they do that? Why would they
No.
make two staircases that go to the same place and color two different colors?
I think it's more of a moral standpoint. Or maybe a reference. But I am buying it.
No, it's just because I find it funny.
Oh. I thought there's some sort of deeper meaning behind it. Like the red staircase would lead to something beyond, while the blue staircase kind of like leaves you in anonymity. I don't know.
Well, you could think it that way. I just did it because I thought it was funny and let people come up with their own answers.
Alright.
It definitely mindfuck. It would definitely mindfuck the next beef.
Yep, there's actually once. The funny thing is, we actually had a thief in here once, and he got lost on those staircases.
Wow,
Nice.
Going in
how do you
circles
get
trying to find
lost
his
on
way
those
out.
things?
Especially after I put a fake riddle.
Oh, that's good. That'll get him. That will definitely
I
get
kept it
one.
going in circles for an hour, allowing for me to get the museum guard to clonk his ass. And
That
Nice.
put back the vase he stole
is
back.
one dumb thief. His mama must have never loved his intelligence stat.
Alright, so what's the job?
Apparently, we're gonna be guarding
Pretty
some.
much, I'm looking for a group of adventurers willing to work for us for a little while. You see, we've been having some issues with bandits raiding our shipments from one of our local dig sites. Especially like we pulled up, especially because it's carrying some old unidentified artifacts that may be able to help us piece together what happened to the Symbolian people. Or at least a bit more on their culture. But the shipments keep getting raided. And I don't really have I don't have as many men anymore.
Well, as my mother always said, this is a woman's touch.
Pretty much because
We're
most of them
ready.
are guarding pretty much at least the ones for transport part. Because I got them all guarding most of them are guarding the dig site. Keep the bandits
When
away
these
from it.
when these transports get when these transports get raided, what exactly goes missing? Anything in particular?
Well, pretty much they literally take the whole carriage and leave the driver stranded.
They're taking entire shipments worth of ancient relics. Was this ancient civilization known to be wealthy
No, at least not that I'm
or
aware of.
particularly powerful?
It was the ancient
Did they
Symbolian
have
people.
did they have any people of any magical talent, any alchemical talent?
Musical talent.
Musical, huh?
I think I've actually heard of those guys. They're the guys who made that giant temple that just sole purpose is for making music like one time a year, right?
Bingo. On the solstice.
Don't believe how many of those I missed trying to do stuff.
Also, now that I get a good look at you, I'm just going to ask you one thing.
All ears.
Will you please watch the explosives around the relics?
I swear if I have to do it, if I have to use hardcore explosives on bandits, I will, but not around the relics or equipment.
Bandits are okay, just don't do it too close to the relics.
Okay. I'm already on it. I won't mistakenly blow up anything.
You don't really have to worry
With that
about
saying,
that.
surprisingly enough, everyone in the city does need to worry about me accidentally making something detonate.
I'm new,
You
so
do know you can just make smaller
are you
heels
telling me
explosive,
that was
right?
on
Not
a
everything has to go up
explosive?
in a big bang.
Say that again?
Not everything has to be a high yield explosive.
You do realize that's the only way I stay calm a majority of the time, right?
So make a bu- make a bunch of small yield explosives.
Okay.
They're like grenades.
Yeah, maybe a good incendiary grenade, yeah. That'll definitely calm my nerves. Sorry, I just... The doctor had a case of pyromania. It's when I was a kid, but that's another story
Anyway,
altogether.
Hmm.
Yeah, yep, as you were saying.
pretty much we'll be doing this in the form of a contract to make sure that the shipment is stolen. You will recover it.
Okay.
Alright.
Could there be any
Any?
bonuses if we could recover any of the other stolen shipments
Depends on their
or any other
condition.
item?
Okay.
Not,
Any any workers' compensation when one of us comes back injured?
that's on you.
Okay.
I
But
know
Because man,
medicine.
I can point
I
you to
had to
one of
help
the
my
better
father with
doctors.
surgery a couple times.
I can point you to one of the better doctors in town.
My
Dr.
character says under her
James.
breath. My my character says under her breath. My father's definitely the better doctor.
Your father wouldn't have to be named Edward, would it?
Um, see
Ah.
the one with the bird mask? Yeah.
He still owes me 5 gold.
Oy.
let me guess, he lost it in a bet or something, or medical treatment.
Bet. You'd be surprised.
Okay.
That guy cannot gamble.
Hmm.
Oy.
It's either he's too honest, or he doesn't know how to bluff right, or
No,
when to
he just
bluff more
kept getting
accurately.
shitty hands.
My father is never the luckiest person. The story goes that the story goes is that it was my mother that actually did most of the work in the relationship. He like I love my father, but he is a bit of a fool.
He's a very brilliant fool.
Oh yeah, no, he is a medical genius. You lose a limb, he'll give you a new one or your old one, depending on what you want.
Man, I know plenty of old friends who would want someone like that.
Sounds like a play so to me. Good to know we have someone to lean back on
Yeah.
Anyway,
when any of us get
as
seriously injured on our adventures.
as you watch, as what appears to be watch what a mage hand comes over holding holding a pen and a rolled up contract. Pretty much where pretty much it also clearly states that payment will be delivered upon full delivery of goods.
Okay.
My character um Is this like a magical contract? Like I actually am gonna use one of the cantrips, and I'm gonna use like
Detect magic.
detect magic on this contract to see if this is like a magically bound contract.
Detect magic isn't a cantrip. That's a spell.
Oh,
And pretty much when you do that, you just see the whole place is swarming in magic.
Oh,
okay. So I'm basically the magic surrounding this place. I can't tell if this contract is magical or not. Either way,
Especially because of how much is bleeding over from magical artifacts, wards, enchantments
my
to reinforce the
character,
building.
my character reluctantly and cleverly writes her name with her left hand. There's actually a specific reason for this, and I
If you
actually
say
found
I'm
this
going
out.
to take your soul, I'm not. No, the
you know what?
contract is to make sure that you're agreeing to the terms of the deal, of the job.
That's that's always been like the family thing. We always make sure we know what we're giving away.
Meanwhile, Rose starts reading the entire thing and taking notes about the
Or mama.
various about the about any. Well, she's taking notes on the words used in the agreement.
You will work. You will risk your life to protect the shipment of magical artifacts from the dig site. And if artifacts are stolen, you will risk your life to retrieve them. Any excess of artifacts from previous shipments that have been recovered will also be rewarded as bonus pay
Okay.
of 100 gold per additional shipment recovered.
Damn.
I will. I'll look over the contract. Like, sounds good to
Failure
me.
to complete the job
Sign it.
will result in no payment.
Yeah, I'm not in the business of
Anything
failing.
else? Is there like anything else?
And any damaged equipment in the process will have to be paid back.
Okay. Just one last
Well, if
check.
the boat
Just
guns
one.
too fragile, then
Yep.
and
One last.
remember, keep the explosion small.
Yeah, I know, I know. Just just gotta make sure to read again. Okay. We are good. She writes her name with she writes her name with her left hand. Although she the way it's written is, how do I put this? If she were to write it with her right hand, it'd look identical.
She's ambidextrous.
Yeah, ambidextrous.
My character just wrote her name with her left hand because there's actually like a
The
weird
rule
fucking
with
loophole
devils,
that
so if
you.
you do it with your right hand, you're screwing yourself over. But if you do it with your left hand, you're screwing over the devil and his Faustian bargain.
Yep, it's kind of like It's like you're signing your name, but you're not actually signing your name.
Right.
I was gonna use that loophole.
Anyway, so has Tabaxi signed?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Like I said, I would look over the contract, tell that looks good inside it.
And then he looks over part of it himself, and he puts his own signature on a different line for rolling up the contract and tucking it into his sleeve. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I will show you I will show you where the dig site is.
Mm, to the dig site.
As he winds up coming over to a map on a table. It's like a full on 3D map of the local area.
Interesting. And this level of detail.
You
Interesting.
actually definitely tell there's a ton of magic coming off of it. As he
It's
just
almost like
swipes his hand above the table and you watch the whole scenery changes. He swipes it a couple more times as it scrolls further out. The dig site is here. It's a 2-day journey from here.
so we're gonna need a 6-day journey supply of food. Because even though it will take 2 days, let's just think ahead and pretend that it'll take 3 days to get there and 3 days back.
Pretty much, if you guys are able to cover the, pretty much the attacks have been reported to happen around here. As he points to about the midway point.
Ah,
It also wouldn't be a bad idea to collect more food for longer, because I have a feeling we're gonna go after these treasures, huh? Like my character looks at the kobold and
He's a
the goblin,
it's a goblin and a tabaxi.
a tabaxi. Sorry.
No, they're
Yes.
cat folk. They're like cat folk from Pathfinder.
yeah.
Or Khajiit of Skyrim.
More or less.
Hmm.
Normally, this is a job I usually take care of, but you can clearly tell I'm really getting up there in age.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Don't
nowhere
worry
near
about
as
it.
good
We'll
as my
take care
prime.
of it.
So, anyway, pretty much from here, if you guys are able to track the camp where they may be taking their shipments, but also I'm going to be giving you an additional cart to deliver supplies to the camp.
Does this cart come with a horse or any way to transport it? Other than us dragging it?
Or
Yes, it
trying.
is a horse.
Thank God. Don't have to hook it up to my bike. 'Cause that's gonna take a few hours at most.
I mean, if you already have a vehicle, why don't you just do that?
Because we're gonna have to chain it to the front. Because I haven't even gotten the proper tow cable system yet.
Um. If there's three of us, and it looks like there's only enough room for one or two, how
On
the
the
third
bike
person?
itself, maybe on the like on the bike itself, there's room for like 2 people at max. But otherwise, it's going to one of you is going to have to ride in the cart, if possible.
I'll be in the cart.
Okay.
Well, this makes my job a lot easier. I honestly do wish you best of luck.
Um. Is it possible if my character could do some quick artificer to make the car? Because I'm not sure if this cart's like a sidecar scenario or just hanging in the back. Because if it's hanging in the back, she's gonna try to make it into a sidecar so she's not gonna get just little dust in her face.
Or even worse, be flailed around like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, yeah, that.
Pretty much, as he pretty much guides you over to where the cart is. It looks like a fairly standard cart, but you could definitely tell that there's still
Hmm?
quite a bit of looks like some magical reinforcements coming off,
I got it.
radiating magic from it.
Good night.
Like to help make the thing more sturdy for the long run.
Understand.
That's stuff.
All right.
So you just hook it
Sorry, I
up
was in a
now?
conversation with my grandma.
Go ahead.
Alright. She begins to try and hook this cart up to to, to this bike, and yeah, some
I
of you, yeah.
I gave you a bardic inspiration.
All right, what do I roll?
Let me think. I'm going to go with an Arcana.
Arcana check. This is gonna suck. I know it because digital dice. Yep, I got a 7. I got
You have
7.
Remember
Bardic
bardic inspiration.
Oh
Which
yeah.
you add a
It-
D6.
All right. Maybe this could be worth it after all. That's 7 plus 3. That is 10.
Well, you're able to
A s-
hook it up with no problem as you aren't being under attack or under any serious pressure.
Yeah.
Though, if this was during a more dangerous setting, the DC would be higher.
Say that again.
I said, as this is more of a safer environment, you're able to hook it up without any problem and notice any issues. But if you're like, say, we're under attack or something, I would have that DC much higher.
All right.
Pretty much all you needed was a 5 to pass.
Well, you never know. You just never know. But yeah, my character is definitely going to be in the cart.
Well, adventurers, good luck on your travels.
Oh, no. Adios. I don't know why I said.
Oh wait,
Reverse what I just said.
before I go, make sure you give this to the guy at the drawbridge.
Or I take it and
It's
I
a
look at it.
it's a thing to let it. It's pretty much a permission slip, pretty much,
Okay.
Mm,
to have the
Okay.
bridge lowered down. The bridge
Hold,
doesn't go down unless by verified merchants.
uh,
mm.
hold on. What just happened?
You're pretty much given a permission slip to use the drawbridge.
Nice. Yeah, you see your start like, all right, let's get ready to wait. Looks at the clock tower. Routine check. As she goes off and checks her bike for any any potential malfunctions or something that might go wrong.
Pretty much at this point, the elderly lizard folk has walked off,
Right.
leaving you to your own devices.
Yeah. Stark is indeed checking her bike. She
Just
does
so you know what's in the cart, it's like a couple weeks worth of food
good.
and other digging supplies.
Okay, good. All right. So checks her bike, no malfunctions. She gets back up. Okay. Now we're ready to go.
Yep, I'm just checking what crossbow and this counts.
All right. She gets on her bike. All right. Whoever wants to stay in the cart, stay in the cart. Otherwise, you're hanging out behind me.
Yeah, my character is definitely in the cart.
Yeah.
Praying.
She doesn't drive too crazy. She's driving at a
Actually, it's
moderate
because the
pace.
cart's kind of heavy for your bike.
Good point.
More or less.
I don't have enough horsepower with this thing. You just see her like a bit visibly
More like you're struggling with traction.
right. She's like a bit upset.
Like, you are moving, but nowhere near as fast as what the bike could actually go.
But heavy cart. Heavy cart. That stupid weight class bulk crap. Can't even. I can't even. Mortimer can't even handle the bloody horsepower.
I mean, we probably what we could do is replace the wheels with something that is like both lighter and stronger.
I'm using rubber for this. It's the only thing that actually makes good traction with the ground. So unless you
I
got
meant the
something better
wheels
than
on the
me,
wagon.
it could work. She stops. Now what do we replace them with? I mean, I don't got spare tires on me. Other than for the bike. No ideas?
Um, what do I roll to see if I could try to figure out what I could do from what's around us? Just like junk wheel it.
I say, you might want to start off with a perception and flow into a nature.
That's an 18 on the for perception, and that's a 4 nature. Damn.
Well, you look around, like you have an idea on some things, but you aren't aren't positive on how the hell you would make it work.
Um, I mean, I could see what we could use, but um, I just don't know what exactly to use that would be the best.
I am now too going to take a look around to see what I can find.
So,
So
does our ranger want to get involved on this, or
Um, honestly, I'm just I don't know what I want to do in this situation. I'm basically just watching these guys work.
13.
These, these two work. Just
If
keep.
you have a better
I'm,
survival
I'm,
skill, that
I'm,
could be very
I'm
useful.
basically watching over them, just in case we get ambushed.
Nature is higher. Wait, survival? We're rolling survival.
nature?
Nature. So yeah, I got 13. See if I can find something for these wheels.
Well, there's always the other idea of just putting more weight on your back tire.
Alright.
Maybe you can always grab a rock and just tie it to the back and force your tire to grip.
Yeah, but that'll wear out the tires way too fast than it should. Because of higher likely that that's gonna cause a puncture or something. But it's the best we got. She takes she takes some of her rope, like ties it to the bike, then ties it back tire of the bike back side of the bike, and then grabs a few decent sized rock, not too not too heavy, ties 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 them to the bike. All right, we should have a bit more traction now. She gets back on the bike. All right. Everyone in. Let's roll.
All right.
As you journey, your bike is the thing. You are moving slightly faster now. The bike isn't as slipping as much, but you could definitely hear the engine goes. You could definitely hear the engine.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's giving more powerful strokes than normal. Instead of those rapid short burst strokes, more like long and powerful ones.
She puts her hand on the side of the bike and is like, "Relax, Mortimer. We got a bit more to go. A bit more to go.
As you feel the strokes start to actually slowly speed up, as it
Good.
finally
Good.
found its rhythm. as the cart starts taking off.
Yeah.
All right,
Seems like gravity work.
we're on the road again.
Don't you dare start singing it,
No,
Oh
we're not gonna
man.
sing it.
All
No,
the
no, no,
road is.
no, no. We don't do that. We don't do that here.
because that's under copyright still.
Yep.
Yeah, never
Oh,
yeah.
really?
In my mind,
Yep.
that's about as cursed as in the Saints Row remake, where they don't talk about Ghost Pepper Night. We never talk about Ghost Pepper Night. Anyway, we're
So
gonna
you
make it to
guys
the bridge.
eventually make it
Yep.
out of the town, across the drawbridge, and onto the open road. As you slow, as you travel, like you can tell, like you came out of the cave entrance into a bit of a forested area. The trees are mixes of reds and oranges, partially from the types of trees they are.
Is it fall?
Actually, no, it's from the magic in the area.
All right.
As you all just keep riding and riding, going and going.
So
Having a
yeah, after
gay
all,
old
like
time.
after what would probably be like a little while, my character finally breaks the silence and tension and is like, "So, what is everybody here for?"
Rent.
It's been a while since I last last took last took a profitable bounty. So,
This is the next best thing.
yep, just the next
Yeah,
best thing.
I gotta pay my rent to the Adventurers Guild again. Run on low on funds, so this is next best thing. Believe me, no one wants to buy stuff that might or may not explode. So yeah,
Hmm. I'm trying to prove to my folks that I could be just as great as they.
more honorable than any of us. That's good. That's good.
Until you know what until you realize what I'm dealing with, you realized. Oh,
Believe me, wait until you had to deal with what have to deal with. I was I was the most reasonable, at least somewhat high IQ goblin of an entire tribe of numbskulls. You want to know how easy it was to try and fit in? Wasn't.
Not very easy, I take it.
Yeah,
That was not very well known for their smarts. No,
had to leave them. The had to leave them. Go to this big city. And at first I wasn't really fitting in. And this one guild, this one very specific charitable guild, they're called the Civil Life Guild, taught me what I needed to know. They helped me to adapt, learn new things about myself that I didn't know. Like a pyromania. The fact that I'm a chemical prodigy.
my
Technology
dad's
stuff.
also a psychiatrist. He could help with that.
I don't want to be hypnotized, to be
you
honest.
know what you can't do?
Cook. My dad can't cook.
Really? You can't
Nor
cook? I mean,
no.
like,
He's a
I mean,
great doctor. He's an amazing doctor. But as a person, he
person?
is the biggest fool.
Oh boy. I know a
He
few
is
people like, I know I met
a
a few
funny
people like that.
father, and I am ashamed to say that I have a lot of his quirks.
It's okay. I mean, I knew a guy. I knew this guy once. He was a medical professional, except ethics for him were just right out the window, and he just kind of did things on a whim. Like, I mean, sure, he lost his medical license by stealing some guy's skeleton, but you know, oddly enough, he stole like mid surgery. So yeah,
I want to know how someone stole someone's skeleton during surgery. I mean,
I heard
I
the
mean,
story myself, and it was very awkwardly gruesome. Like you had to use a lot of anesthesia to keep the patient under pain, excessive amounts of painkillers just to make sure they don't wake up. And oh yes, you had to literally carve away the flesh from the bone. Extracting the brain was no big matter too. I mean, holy crap! When I've heard that stuff's gruesome.
wait, I thought I seen some gruesome stuff.
I
I,
mean, from what I've heard nowadays, he's working with this with like a pointless war between a builders union and a destruction crew. Don't know which side though.
wasn't he shoved in a box or something like that?
No, I think that was one of his colleagues at the time. Uh, some hu- some African human with who had a similar passion with me. Love making stuff explode.
Hmm. What
Well,
about you,
that's
Kalexi?
interesting backgrounds. I just hunt people for a living.
Really? Come on, what's your origin story? Tell us how you became who you are.
We got a
Desperation?
journey.
We all have our own journeys.
Not that much. I went from running with a bandit gang a while back. But
Wasn't for
this
you?
boy came down on us real hard. Killed, killed the gang leader and all the officers. I used to be, well, almost all the officers. I used to be one of them. Barely escaped my life. Did a 10-year bid, and then started doing bounty hunting on the side. Started making good money, real good money. Better money than I did ever being a bandit. So,
Nice.
ever since then, I've been
Isn't
hunting
a bounty
people.
hunter almost like a legally paid bandit?
Like, I mean, it's like a bandit that hunts other bandits for legal money. So yeah, I guess so. You know,
Yeah.
Tabaxi. It's good to have a story, but it's really hard to find the pro tag without a name.
Oh, yeah. My name is Five Eyes.
Five Ice. Is the name given to you, or did you earn it?
Um, I might just call you Al.
Please do not call me Al.
Yeah, I prefer to call you Five. Siete if you want to really get
You can
fancy
call
with
me
it.
Five or Ice. Five Eyes is a name. Yeah, Five Eyes is a name I earned.
I like to hear that
Honestly,
story.
I got it from my. I got it's a name I got from my marksmanship. I once laid down five people in a single volley.
Interesting. I'm Rosark Boomstick. My first name was given, last name earned. You
And
want to know
my
how?
Sorry, I
I,
laughed a little bit at that one. That
It
kind
was
of got me.
you like you ever seen those like red sticks with the little fuse coming out of them?
the cartoon dynamite.
Yeah. Guess who designed it?
I'm guessing that was you.
Yep. And I'm making a brief fortune off of that. Fortunately, other people started making theirs, and they didn't want the authentic boomstick, so yep, here I am, trying to pay rent. What about you? What about you? What about you, miss?
well,
Pretty sure I heard your name, but didn't catch it.
it's Marigold. Marigold Cortez Johnson. I have both my mother and my father's last names. My mother's last name is my middle name, and my father's is, of course, my last name.
Wait a minute. Johnson. I remember hearing about a complete madman by that name. Though I'm pretty sure it's not your father.
That's probably him.
No. Like this guy went from getting the highest quality specimen for testing equipment, and as the years went by, he ended up having to resort to picking up orphans and hobos off the street to do the exact
Nope,
same thing.
nope,
Definitely was
nope. That
not
is not
Edward.
him. Nope, that is not Edward.
Ah, all
If it
right.
was making people explode by pointing something at them, then yeah, that'd be Edward.
Oh no, thank God. No, that is not my father. My father is the madman who could make people explode and put them back together again. I, as his daughter, basically have a big shadow to get out of from both parents.
Hey,
Being their youngest child, they're a little overprotective. Kind of had to not tell them I had to leave, basically to prove to them that I could just be as good as they.
yeah.
I mean, they never said that I cannot be like them. They just,
You ever know what caused him to be so paranoid about you?
um,
Boom.
well, my mother said that I wasn't alive for the first 2 days.
Jeez. Wonder how well
Yep.
that. Yeah, I wonder how they got you back. But that's just my curiosity, really.
Um, that's actually the one thing my folks never really told me how. They just said that I was not alive when I was born, and 2 days later they found a way to bring me to life, and been overprotective of me ever since.
Ish. Sounds like some really bad juju right there. If you know anything about goblins, then you know we're basically like the miniature version of orcs. Might not be as dumb as them, but we're superstitious as hell. And when someone comes back from the dead, well, that's most goblins' opinions. That's a sign that something's definitely wrong.
Well, technically, I'm alive.
Right, but like, how do I put this? When you know that someone is dead, like definitively, then you see them walking about, growing up, or just walking around, socializing with people, and acting the same way they were before, or similarly, something's definitely off. So like it's a demon trying to hide in your skin of your old friend.
Fair enough on that superstition. Now, the
Yeah.
only person I do have a little bit of beef with would be my older brother, who also is an amazing doctor.
Yeesh. Never
You can
knew
see
my
what I'm dealing.
parents.
You can see what I'm trying to do. And may God help me on this.
Yeah. Believe me, the only if I were to believe me, if I were to explain like my predicament in Goblin, it'll be in really simple terms. And then she started speaking in Goblin, saying, "Mother deceased, making child. Father deceased, fighting battle. Both dead, new life and child." Goes back to speaking common. Anyways, how you folks feeling? Despite all this weird sap bullcrap.
I mean, myself, I'm excited and scared at the same time. Scared to be on my own, but excited to see the world.
I can feel you there.
Well, at least like the rest of the world, anyway.
Believe me, you've got a lot to witness. Believe me, if I could go back to my old territory, I would definitely I'll definitely go back to some old landmarks, tell great stories of goblins long past. Heck, there's even this one orc guy I know that apparently made his way in the goblin legend despite being, half orc.
Oh, really?
It's a long story, but there was this half orc called Naguk. He was a he was a real brute. One time, the gods got so angry at him for being so too angry to die that they put his soul in a mannequin for like a week.
And a mannequin.
Yeah, a
You
mannequin.
told me to
You're
die.
right.
Well,
A
that's it.
mannequin. Yeah, he
Out
became
of the game
so.
real quick. How long is this travel? Like, how long have we been traveling thinking about it?
Well, you guys, technically, so far, you guys been traveling for a couple hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
And yeah, she can.
so I
Yeah, she
continue.
continues with stories about McGuck and all of his feats, killing dragons, killing dragons, showing, convincing monarchies to loosen up on the power, and heck, even striking fear into Vecna himself. And then she goes into her little epilogue. Like he ended up retiring, sort of. Ended up his original gang that he used to hang out with, and he went back to those guys, became the leader of them. Ended up having a few wives and plenty of sons, plenty of children. Most of them died by his hand until he got old, he got fat, a little bit fat. He was still muscly, but he got fat,
Pretty
and
much, as you
eventually he couldn't take it
travel,
anymore.
you eventually spot what appears to be a person in a dark, and appears to be a dark outfit.
Heck, and then he just
Looks
couldn't
like they
take
look
it
like armored robes.
more.
I think
Guys,
we might have a
get ready.
situation on hand.
Don't worry, I got
Yep,
something.
I saw a load of my crossbow.
They got their
She,
thumb out, like they got their thumb out, trying to hitchhike or something.
you see Rosark, she's like looking at them, holding her hand up like she's about to cast something, and
I'm
literally
like,
aiming at the guy.
I'm kind of like doing a
I
full
would,
put the
I would
spell down
shout
kind
at
of
them.
scenario.
Who are you? What you want?
A ride to the dig site. I got
Why the dig
The
throwing
site?
excavator?
flashes.
Who you work
Well,
for? Who you with? How'd you end up out here?
Let them talk.
you could tell that there's some. You could definitely tell that from their robes they have a hood up, but there's a point on that hood. You've seen some people in the town with a similar hood. Very few. You know about the local assassins guild, though
Hmm.
they tend to do more specialized missions.
She like notices a point in the hood. Like this is the last time I do something for one of you guys. Get in the back.
Thanks. as they flap, as you watch as they get aboard.
Don't worry. You just chill. If anything, that point in the hood means he's a member of the Assassin's Guild. Clearly, the only people fighting the church nowadays. God. She starts driving again.
Yeah, corrupt bastards they are.
So I keep hearing stories about you guys procuring your own little artifacts. Some very specific stuff that could mess with the face of reality.
Trust me, you don't. This is something you do not want to know about.
I'm not saying I'm asking. I'm just saying what I've heard. And you just missed a really best story ever. I was talking about Naguk and everything.
I'm gonna be
Uh,
traveling with you guys. I'll give you this. You may call me Crow.
Pleasure to meet you, Crow.
Mm, Or
Anyways,
The voice does
Who
sound
met
feminine.
you?
I just can't do a feminine sounding voice.
yeah, she rides, keeps on riding. She's like, anyways, as I was finishing up with Naguk, he ended up joining up with his old crew, having a few wives, many kids, most of which died by his hand, as a proof that Naguk is the strongest and that he has the full capability to lead his people. But then at some point, he just got done. He was done, and his most last son just the Orc King let his son kill him because at some point the half orc runs out of fight. There's only so much fight within a person that can be let out at once or over time that before you start running out of your will fight. They got run out of his. An honorable death of someone who was just for the first time in his life tired.
I know the feeling.
I mean, I haven't run out of fight yet. Don't worry about me. Believe me, as long as something to explode, and as long as the explosion's big and bright. I'll be careful this time. Don't worry. No relic or equipment's gonna be destroyed on my watch.
Hopefully.
Oh,
I
hush
have a
you.
feeling that everything's going to be just fine. I'm saying sarcastically.
She keeps writing like so. Bit of
Like
an
something's
icebreaker.
going to
If you can,
happen.
she keeps driving. So I have a weird icebreaker in case guys want to hear it. You can join in too, Crow, if
What's
you want. Um, if you can uninvent one thing in the entirety of the universe, what would you uninvent?
Hmm.
tough one?
If you want my honest opinion, I would invent the idea to remove free will from people.
Yeah.
Why not just uninvent the
I
church?
didn't think concepts were going to be a part of it.
Why not just uninvent the church while you're at it?
Oh, that would happen no matter what.
Yeah. For me, I would uninvent the entire concept. I'll just uninvent the turkey. Just uninvent the turkey, because I swear, every year, every bloody year, I'm put on turkey duty. Somehow, I have to cook that thing to perfection, or else everyone's gonna be disappointed at me. And it takes so much time and effort that I have to lack on certain projects, which cause them to explode, which causes a noise complaint, and safety hazard complaints. But I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you want me to tend to this bird? Or do you want me to tend to the bloody explosives in the room?
I guess if I had to invent anything, I pretty much would uninvent the Dark Ages.
Why is that?
A lot of technology was lost and burned that time.
Oh, I remember now. That was a crap show.
And that was
And,
one of the major warring areas with my guild.
and imagine if that never happened, cities that we were just in would be everywhere, advancing everyone.
Hey, Crow.
Hmm?
Actually, I think I remember hearing records of one of your really old members. I think. I don't know. I have a question, and
It's
my
not
question
that
is,
old.
she looks back. Does the name Edward Kenway ring a bell?
Who the fuck is Edward Kenway?
Jeez, I thought of all people you would know, but I guess
I
not.
know who he is. I'm just playing in
He
character.
is in case you don't know, he was a member. You would think it was like a really old member of like I don't know the society before the guild even was formed in the first place. Or maybe he was there during the time. I don't know. But regardless, he called himself a privateer, but in all actuality, he was a full-on pirate, and he was good at it. And he did work for the Assassin's Guild back in the day.
Honestly, I don't think there's anybody in our history of that with that name.
Really? I mean, like, you have any pirates? Any swashbuckling, like,
And again, a
brand up
lot of our
cool.
records were destroyed during the fire when they
Ah,
attacked the manor.
oh, yeah.
Almost can't believe those bastards almost burned children alive.
Believe me, even I know cults that are even worse than that. Heck, I even know this one
If it
place.
wasn't for Falcon and his fire resistance, we'd probably be able to be screwed.
Yeah,
A lot more people would be dead. He's the current. Last I checked, he's still the current leader after he got promoted.
yeah. You wanna know who here an old goblin legend? That used to go down.
Sure.
Well, there was once this person, a goblin we like to call the lost seeker, because he oftentimes got lost, but he saw some of those weirdest crap and always came back with something, just something
That
correlation
sounds
with
like
the
a
story.
kobold I know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but one time he got lost again, wandering through the woods when he managed to accidentally sneak up on something very odd. A really weird settlement. Everyone was wearing red, and they were all seemingly happy. Then bells rang, nearing the center of town, and everyone went to go there. Sneaking in further revealed a church, where a chant could be heard. I remember the way he phrased it was kind of scuffed, but I know how to translate it, thank God. But even then, there was red lights coming from inside, and screams of screams of joy
Hey,
and
Razul,
pain.
Yeah,
you said you're actively keeping watch, right?
yes, sir.
I need you to make a perception check.
Oh boy, first perception check, baby.
Rolling perception. Nope. Is that it? Nope. Wrong page. There we
That,
go.
oh wait, that
One.
dirty 20. You got dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
You definitely see something watch. You definitely see like a figure in the distance on a hill off on the side watching.
Continues talking like,
They aren't
and even
reacting, but you find it kind of odd at how serious they're watching.
Ears up. Ears up,
was that
fellas.
what? Oh,
Looks
oh,
like we have company.
oh, wait, oh. What's that guy doing there?
As he like
Everyone,
then notices you spotted him, and he goes to hide behind a hill.
be ready. She goes
Ooh,
with that.
whatever that was, just went behind that hill over there.
It goes off into one of the side fields.
He goes over and does what?
It's like
It goes over like a side field area.
Ah, okay.
hmm.
See, you
I'm
start to
still,
notice the button. Oh, hey, I forgot I had that.
yeah,
Hey, five. Mind scooting up a bit?
yeah. You want me to do what?
Like scoot up a little bit,
Yeah, I move up a little bit, give you some room.
and she flips the lever, and then the most dancest thing happened. Out of the back, a turret, like a little turret, pops out. I almost forgot about that.
Olay.
Hey, now that's a useful little contraction right there.
Uh, mounted turret does a good bit of damage. Doesn't even, and it just kind of auto targets things if need be. That. I remember that. That's good. So,
Well,
so we got extra defense. So that's good. Regardless, be ready.
I basically get my crossbow and crossbow like ready.
As you watch
See,
as what Crow seems to be looking at a map. And she winds up marking a chalk X on it.
I commit to memory where she marked it.
yeah, I'd be too busy. I'd be too busy
Like the
watching for
journey continues
whoever that
quietly.
shadow was to notice.
yeah.
Like the ride has been oddly quiet. Like eerily quiet.
Other than
Lack
with
of
our
action.
occasional stories, yeah. Must have been conversation. But now we got this.
Eventually, you guys starts to finally get dark. You guys covered quite a lot of ground. More than what a horse would cover.
Yeah, automation, baby.
I'm gonna roll. Is it? I'm gonna try to artifice to see if I could try to do anything with the wagon to like at it once again to figure out to help improve speed. Now that we're actually stopping and type shit.
Are we stopping and setting up camp, or
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's pretty sure it's for stopping, setting up camp.
well, as we're setting up camp, I'll start a fire.
I'm gonna.
You actually managed to set up in a weird spot where there's like just this one random ass tall tree in the middle of a field of grass.
Still worth it. Yep. Putting. And I'll keep the turret out for a good reason.
As
You
you
wanna know what the turret?
also, well, for the rest of you, Crow seems to have disappeared temporarily.
Yeah.
I
Um.
really hope we don't regret taking that girl on. We should have taken her so easily. She may have been on the side of the road, but we don't know her intentions.
Blame me. The Assassin's Guild tried to secretly partner with many people. Some savory, some not so much. Well, I do have other hobbies other than blowing stuff up and innovating technology.
Like, if anybody wants to try to make a DC 10 a perception check, you could probably find them quite easily. Because they're
I'm gonna
clearly
roll.
trying to hide.
Now roll.
Alright.
I got a 4.
Noticing you're having some trouble, she tries a perception check herself.
I'm getting,
And that's
I'm getting the
16.
dice. I'm getting.
Pretty much, you spot them up on a branch in the tree. They appear to be keeping watch.
Relax, guys. The crow's in the crow's nest.
I'm getting my vampire dice out.
Yeah.
Aren't those the dice I gave you?
you
Yes,
keep
the ones
asking.
that
You keep
those were the
asking that
ones that
every
rolled
time.
high.
You keep asking that every time he mentions it. But yes.
As you like,
Other than that,
I,
what?
I guess you could
Okay.
say you figured out who's taking first watch.
Yeah. Other than that, Rosark, she also Seth.
Yeah?
Do you mind if Rosark has a more artistic hobby?
Go ahead, I'm not gonna stop you.
All right. She pulls out a yarting. Basically, and if you want to know what a yarting is, it's basically the Faerun equivalent to a guitar. Yeah,
Okay.
and she's just trying to play something. Do I roll performance?
You can, just I don't think it's gonna go well for you.
All right. It doesn't. Like I'm trying to figure out how to play. Like that freaking habit. Great. So I want to just play a lullaby or something. Great.
I give you a. I'm pretty sure it's a little late to do it, but I give you a bardic inspiration.
How do you do it? Like normally, bardic inspiration is given in like a song or a bit of poetry, or some wise words of wisdom.
Uh, my character gives you a thumbs up.
You can do it.
6. It's a little better, but not
And
too
then
much
a
of an
string
improvement.
breaks.
That. Ugh. Great. Now that playing that, put it to the side. Just when I have something in mind to play.
I'll look at Roscar and and tell and tell him like, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing. You'll get better.
Thanks.
I'm gonna roll Artificer to see if I could do if there was any damage on the wagons during travel to either repair and both enhance, so for
This
better
will be
travel.
an investigation.
Yep.
I I'm
I
going to
got a
go
4
scouting.
again.
I am going to go scouting for any food.
We already got food in the wagon.
I got like 6 days worth of food.
Yes,
Oh, never
6
mind.
days of
Actually,
food.
a good chunk of that is
Never
actually going towards the
mind.
camp.
Dag
Good
nabbit,
thing.
never mind. Go look for food.
I was hoping we not have to run through our rations all at once.
See, you're right.
I think I see a river.
That's good.
Might be able to get some fish there.
Yeah.
As
Let's
you
see if I
can
can catch the
see where the road
fishes.
points.
Rosar gets up. Hold
I
on.
looked up. Is there going to be like a full moon out that night? My character looks up.
Nah.
I'm taking a torch with me either way.
Okay, because my character would have been told the stories of La Llorona type shit, never to go near the waters in full moon.
Ooh. Rosar hears different legends of different entities.
Yeah, so I go cautiously towards the river, torch in hand, and see if I can fish up a few fish.
You can definitely see there are some pretty big fish in the river. Like you see like this one really big catfish just gulp down another fish. Whole.
Is that a fish I can capture?
You could try. To
I'm
be
gonna
fair,
help
it's
him
gonna
with
be a
it.
What do I
fighting
roll?
roll.
I'm gonna
What do
stay
I
at
roll?
camp and I'm gonna work on the
It's
fire.
gonna be an attack roll.
I'm gonna use a help action
Okay, it's an attack roll.
with advantage. Now I'm using the help action.
Very nice. Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
That's a
No,
nat 20.
Oh shit!
Hell
We eat
yes.
good
pretty
tonight.
much you peg this freaking catfish. as you like pin it to the rocks with a single bolt through the head.
Oh heck yeah!
You see it twitching and flipping around trying to get free but unable to. As you watch this move, it slowly gets moved slower and slower.
And plus, technically, where you shot it, the blood's gonna drain easily, and since it's still in the river, shit's gonna flow, man. That shit's gonna be delicious.
Oh yes. I go to retrieve this catfish and bring it back to camp.
It's like a 10-pound catfish.
My
Ha
character is
ha!
working on the
Oh,
fire.
we eating good tonight.
Then
I come
again, part
back.
of that weight's probably coming from the other fish it swallowed.
Who cares? We're gonna
Yeah,
be eating good tonight either way.
layered fish dish. Walk back with 5, and I'm like, hey 5. Uh,
Yeah,
have you ever heard of something called a kappa?
What the fuck is going on? Hold on.
a kappa. Is that some kind of
My
that's
dice
some
got
kind of
like
monster?
depleted?
Eh,
Sounds like
I've been
not.
traveling a little bit. I've been doing a bit of research, and apparently somewhere in the eastern parts of the world, there's this beings called kappas. They're often blamed for drownings. They're like river spirits. Like blamed for drownings, and they're like weird turtle guys with ponds of water on their head. It's really weird. I mean,
What I rolled to make a fire
I
stuff.
think I've
Sorry.
never heard of them, but
Well, if
hopefully
you
we
have
don't
a
want to
correct,
go them on our adventures.
well, if you have create bonfire or a firebolt, I'm not gonna have you roll for anything as long as you know how to keep it contained.
I actually do have firebolts.
just like talking with them, like, and I'm falling.
Yeah,
Although
I'm
despite
gonna roll
their
off, the damage from the crit, even though it really doesn't matter.
Well, you want to know what the damage you did was?
No, just in case the next time I have to roll for the attack, it doesn't give me an automatic 2d8.
yeah kappas are like they drown anything that breathes air. Like I'm not even from what I've heard. Like
Yeah, that's more than enough to put it down.
Out of game, fun
Yeah,
fact, apparently kappas like to actually eat the anus of their victims because it was the Asian belief that your soul was contained somewhere around that area.
and she's just like, looks like I'm not the only one doing my research. I mean, although they're not all bad. I mean, once you befriend one, they'll they'll help you with farming and bring fresh fish like we just did.
I believe kappas are Japanese, I believe, right?
Yeah,
So it's not like specifically all Asians, it's Japanese.
right. It's just like this is Rosar talking about it, not me. Like she's done research on this, not where the region is, but about the thing itself.
Fair enough.
Eventually, you guys are wind up getting a full rest. Did you make sure to recover your bolt?
yes. Well, I did not, but I have another 30 bolts.
You know what? You guys are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna roll to see if I can cook this fish.
Oh yes.
And watch as the curse of the father comes and shows itself.
For real. Curse of the Father shows I got a 7.
Well,
I cooked the little fish. I don't cook the big fish.
yeah,
Oh
you watch
no,
as the big fish just gets engulfed and flamed.
there goes
Yeah,
dinner.
no! Put
Too much fat. There's too
lower the
much fat.
flame! Lower the flame, you fool! You gotta burn the fish!
Too late. It's already gone.
No, there's a
Oh,
way to save it. There's a way to save it. I'm gonna roll cooking again to save the fish.
What do you get?
Oh Jesus Christ! I got a fucking 2.
And it's pretty much ash at this point.
Curse of the Father shows.
oh, my catfish! My beautiful catfish!
She's
This
already
is
gone
the
back to the
last
river.
time I took.
That Rosor's already back at the river at this point, just trying to aim for anything. Trying to hit a catfish or any good sized fish. Are you kidding me? I have my lucky shirt on and everything.
I gotta get better dice.
Well, you watch as what appears to be a dagger goes flying by you and winds up striking another fish.
Thanks, Crow. She goes as she picks up her bolt and picks up the fish and just heads back.
You actually wind up noticing that the dagger disappears.
I'm going
She
like
walks back with the fish. Hey guys, Crow got this one. Yeah. Does anyone else here know how to cook? I mean, I know how to, but I'm more likely to set it on fire on purpose.
I'll cook it. I'll cook it.
She hands the
It's
fish
not
to
like
you.
the same big old catfish, no. It's more like a basic bass.
Still something to eat.
Yeah, still about 5 pounds. 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, you also eat several
There's
weeks.
still the small fish catfish. There's also the
What?
small fish that you had to.
No, wait.
You know what I mean?
Say that again.
There's also the small fish that was in the catfish. Did that survive? Thinking about it.
Seth? Repeat that.
You hear flapping behind you as it goes back up into the tree.
What? Did the catfish go back up into the tree? What?
No, you hear flapping a cloud of feathers.
Oh, a bird stole it.
No.
I was talking about what about the fish that the catfish ate? Did that survive from being burnt to
That was
ash?
pulled out before the catfish was being cooked. So that
Oh,
thing's
so it's
still around.
all right.
So I will cook both those fish.
We'll divide them up evenly based on weight. Or more accurately, dietary needs, but whatever.
My character is definitely like somewhere in the shadows, like definitely sulking to herself, being like, "Yeah, my parents are right. So far, I've done nothing right."
You've taken more from your father than you realize.
Pretty much, she's realizing she's more like her dad than her mom.
Oh no.
Especially when it comes to your dad's level of clumsiness.
For real. You know what's actually funny? I actually wanted her to be like her dad, as hilariously as it is. They got a game, like I was saying. But yeah, my character's definitely sulking to herself. Like, I can't believe I have more of my father's traits.
Your father's a brilliant. At least one thing you can be proud of. Your father's a brilliant doctor.
That is
But
true.
when it comes to everything else, he's a big old goof.
And so far, I have gained that trait.
Alright.
And eventually, night rolls around and the night passes by.
And I can already imagine this is like, I want to try one last try the performance thing again. He says I'm going to use a pan as percussion and just start singing something to help wake everyone up.
I'm gonna join in.
15, baby! Got a 15. Funnily enough, she's actually doing pretty well.
I got a 9.
Not bad, not bad.
She's, you can obviously just hear her singing, like, I
Just
posted
like,
it in general, posted it in general, you know?
I was hoping like they'd be off key and whatnot, intentionally, just to wake people up.
Yep.
Careful!
Oh, sorry.
Copyright.
So banger. It is a banger of a song. I cannot get past it.
Well, I guess
Something's
you
wrong with
technically
me.
say it truly is a banger because you're banging on a pot.
Yep.
Anywho, yeah, my character is still sulking to herself, realizing she can't. She's like, hey,
Yeah. You see Rosark's enjoying herself in this performance to get everyone up in the morning.
Well, for you, if anyone's looking up, they would see like a really large wing spread of dark colored wings gliding towards the cart.
I swear, if that's a blade dragon, I'm gonna shoot at it. See how she just like she's prepping a
Before the
spell.
wings wind up retracting back into a humanoid figure.
She points at it. Crow, is that you?
They wind up
I
just
really do.
popping back into the. They wind up swinging back around into the back of the cart.
I take a look at who it is. See if I can recognize it.
You're pretty sure that was Crow, but
Okay, it's Crow.
just because they're not in the tree anymore.
I will go
You
double
just
check the card to make sure it is crow, is indeed crow, and not a hitch intended to be crow. I will
Well,
go.
you do see what appears to be a part, like a half awake bird person.
I will. I will nudge this bird person and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
you alright?"
yeah. Screw the one with a pot.
mm,
All I heard
all
was
right,
something with a
everyone,
pop.
let's just get going.
yep. Everyone,
Yeah.
most people in the cart. If you want to hang on the bike, you're with me. You're with me on the bike.
I'm in the cart.
You guys on the bike, like same
How
same
many
setup as
people can that
before.
bike fit? Doesn't look like you fit more than two, so I guess I'm in the cart.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna try to prove myself real fast once again. Can I improve on the axle rods on the wagon so it's never as bumpy?
It's all like that's already got the suspension system.
Sorry, got a suspension system.
Pretty basic
All
though.
right, can I improve it? My character really wants to prove herself at something right now.
You can try. Maybe there might be some fish fat you saved from last night.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep
Oh
rolling,
my
rolling,
fucking god.
rolling,
What?
rolling.
I got to. At least it's never a one, you know what I mean?
Thank the Lord, it's not a one.
Yeah, my character does not know what to do. She might have to be a medicine woman.
We
Well,
don't know that yet. We haven't found your savant skill yet. All we know is that we know what you're bad at. We don't know what you're good at yet. But once we find that out, you're gonna be the best ever at it.
Hopefully, we'll find it soon. If I can't find it soon, I'm gonna have to find my way back home.
She looks back.
and like you just
Hey,
hear a
hey,
snorting sound.
if nothing else works, you can just hang out. Just hang out with me if I'm able to pay rent. If not, I'm definitely coming back home with you or wherever you live.
You'd be surprised of what I live in.
Where do you live? Some big, massive manor or a secret underground bunker or something? Something really expensive?
Floating train.
Not the weirdest thing I've heard, but Yeah, I guess.
Float
Goes,
it.
yep, goes anywhere and everywhere. It uses the power of sound. Fun fact on that one.
Really? Like,
Yeah,
wait, how?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then how have they not found you yet? If they are basically
Wait,
like everywhere at the
how
time.
come you haven't made more of these? You know,
that
Pat design. You
that
realize how useful a train that can go everywhere it can be? You
it'd
never
be
have to worry
great.
about money again.
Yeah, it'd be very useful if it wasn't for the fact that, well, it drives anyone who drives it mad over time.
Oh. So wait, your
Oh,
parents live on the train, but they don't drive the train.
Except for Edward. He seems to be immune to it.
My father is, however, a psychiatrist and seems to help keep my mother in check, or rather, most times it's the other way around.
So like he keeps her in check psychologically, and she keeps him in check socially. I guess.
Pretty much.
Makes sense.
Pretty much.
Two-way relationship, easy trade with benefits both parties.
My folks. And to answer your question, why haven't they found me yet? That is a great question. I think it's just because I didn't tell them exactly where I'm going.
Or maybe they
I mean,
already know where you are and have somehow. And maybe your mother got a little device spying on you without you realizing.
yeah, that could be also a factor. But my character doesn't realize that, so she's never going to mention it. But
She's
she's
like,
like, I just haven't told my parents where I'm going, so they probably haven't gone looking for me yet. Or they
yeah,
most likely are, and they still can't find me because I'm, yeah.
all right.
Pretty much, you can definitely hear like a light snoring coming from, very light snoring coming from the Arakakra.
Didn't know birds could snore.
Believe me, there's all sorts of
yeah.
things you don't know. Like for example, goblins. Some of them aren't actually that stupid.
I could tell.
No. Like I've actually met some goblins who made some pretty crazy stuff. Somehow, like she's like looking like, folks like, it's like turns
Was
back
that
to
your
you for a
engine?
moment. Like basically, wait, hold on. She feels like the engine of Mortimer.
Yeah, I was
She's
about to
like,
be like,
All of a sudden, you just feel a whole bunch of torque come out of the thing.
she smiles. Looks like someone's excited. Sorry, I sometimes
If
talk
the
to the
if
bike,
the
and
cart could do a wheelie, it'd be doing a wheelie right now.
she like pats the engine. Don't worry, Morty. As soon as this is over, we're gonna have some fun soon. As soon as we get through this, we'll be riding around a dig site.
is your bike a living creature?
I don't know, but I'll have to think that it is. That has a consciousness or something in it. I mean, it is power. I mean, the main power source is a combination of water and a fire crystal. So who knows? The crystal might have a soul in it or something.
Interesting. Most of my mother's inventions require slimes, like living slimes.
Believe me,
To
once you get into the power of crystals and certain logic gates you can have with liquids, solids, and gases, hoo boy, we're gonna have a gay old time.
Eventually, you all do eventually arrive at the dig site.
Yeah, you just hear Rothark.
As you see a bunch of several members of the Explorers Guild dressed in uniform, partially armored.
You hear Rothark call.
Hey,
Hey
carts
everyone! Hey,
here, supplies
yes
here.
everyone. Yep, your stuff's here, along with along with plenty of rations to last. Don't worry, we didn't eat any of them.
Finally, we'll be able to keep going for another month.
She parks up like All right, Morty, let's get these chains off of you. Yeah, she's like, she moves the chains like, oh, I can't wait to start driving you around again. She's right, and then she just starts looking around for a place to just go all out. Perception check.
Like pretty much in the back, like pretty much as that pretty much happens, like you pretty much like your bike winds up accelerating on you.
Whoa, don't start driving without me.
It did, but it wound up grabbing you on the way.
What? I think
I
he's
talked
alive.
to
I think he's cool. I think he's alive. Holy crap, this is awesome. Ah!
I go up to the dig site manager and I'm like, I'm a healer. Anybody need healing?
No, not right now.
Not yet. But if
Morty,
things
Morty,
keep going the way they are, we might.
Like in the background, you just see the bike going ham in the distance as it like drives past everybody with a goblin screaming on it.
I'm gonna have to confirm that theory as a yes, that bike is alive. You know, as they say, you gotta
Things
treat
more
your emotions
prototype.
right, as my mother always said.
Yeah, I guess.
you guys keep going. Like, Star's gonna be occupied for a little bit.
But yeah,
Because
since
the
my
bike was
character can't.
restricted and it wants to go all out.
I never knew my bike was somehow alive. Look at that.
Pretty much my character is trying to help out in any way she can, like trying to grab tools, you know what I mean, help out, you know what I mean, with
Well, we could use a
healing,
hand over.
whatever.
We could use a hand. You see, we discovered a weird chamber.
Well, let's see the chamber.
We believe
What do you
it
Yeah.
need
might
with
be
it?
a part.
Will
It
you
might
please
be the
show us
chamber
the
of a
table?
Simoleon royalty. Judging by the way the notes they put on the walls are, but we have no idea what to play it with.
So you just need help opening the door?
Pretty much. We believe it's sound locked, but the thing is, we forgot to bring a bard.
My character pulls out her loot.
That'll work.
Um, I, I'm a bard.
As I said, that'll work.
Oh, my character nervously gets up there.
We bring you to the door and they show the carvings. Like you don't know what key they're in, but you definitely see the melody.
All right, here we go.
I will back you up with the help action.
I got a 17.
Yeah.
You had the help action. Roll again
Oh yeah, that's right.
and take the higher of the two rolls.
17.
Twice? Ah.
No, my next one was a 5.
Oh, okay.
I chose the highest one with the highest one, of course.
So pretty much, you hear rumbling as the door slowly grinds open. Wow, didn't expect that.
And neither did I.
I will look at the archaeologist and ask him exactly what were you expecting.
I was expecting the door to stay shut because it was in the wrong key or something.
Fair enough.
I mean, do you think it could have been the wrong instrument?
I don't know. The
In the
Symbolian people
distance,
were weird, especially when
in
it
the
came to
distance,
music.
in the distance, you hear the rumbling of a motor, and it's slowly getting louder.
As well as the screams of a goblin.
Oh my god, Morty! Morty, slow down! Slow down! Wait for the big sign! Morty! What is the big? Morty!
I just
I
like to
think
hear
we
things
need to
accelerating.
get away. My character shouts as I'm pretty sure the bike is coming towards us.
What did you say?
I said my character says, now is a time to hey.
Immediately once you dive out of the way, just like Mortimer and Rose start just come like rushing through those doors, going inside like, wait, Morty, stop, what,
All of a sudden, it does stop.
stop!
I
Goes,
want
she
you to
like is
roll
hitting against the wall.
I want you to roll an acrobatics.
Acrobatics,
See
okay.
if you stay on the bike.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Like you are holding on for dear life from the pure stopping power that just happened on you.
I know you're excited. You were very excited. You did a good job, absolutely ravaging the local wildlife. But can we be a bit more careful just around here?
Is
Please?
that a squirrel? There's a squirrel on the back of the wheel. On the back wheel,
Morty,
I mean.
let him go.
Like it
Oh,
looks like the squirrel was
jeez,
been
it's
driving the
alive.
wheel this
It's
entire
alive.
time.
It's alive. It's alive.
She looks like she tries to grab the squirrel.
As the squirrel starts to run again, and somehow Morty starts taking off into reverse.
No more. Morty, stop! God! Ah!
Soul
He's
of the
alive!
dog.
He's alive! God, he's alive!
Or it's the squirrel doing it this entire time.
Could the squirrel be a secret assassin?
That
When
or
the
the
squirrel,
throttle's or your throttle is messed up.
it's like while she's riding, she's like, "Come on, it gotta be something wrong." And she goes to check the throttle.
You realize that it's leaking.
Dang it!
Morty maybe Morty wasn't alive this entire time, just the throttle was loose.
Ugh.
And the squirrel just happened to happened to kick start the motor's direction.
She immediately smacks the handle back into place,
And the
and
bike stops.
and to make sure, she pulls out one of her wrenches from her tinker's tools and just tightens it without throttling. There we go. That should last me a little while longer. So she drives back.
As you watch as like the squirrel jumps off the wheel.
Thank you. She drives off. Drives back to the dig site. Spoiler alert: Morty's not alive. It was just throttle's leaking. For all the things that didn't throttle leak, I secured that thing well.
Like you hear a giggle come from behind you.
I turn around.
You definitely see Crow.
It was you, wasn't it?
Nope. I wish it was though.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay.
Well, I think we should go inside.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of curious what's going on.
You enter.
I cast
Yeah, I
I
have to
cast
too.
the lights. You know, I mean
Dancing lights.
the dancing lights,
They're not very bright,
basically
but
to
it's
follow.
enough to light your way a little bit.
Yeah. I cast mending on Mortimer to make sure that doesn't come loose again. Swear, if that thing comes loose again, I'm not gonna be happy.
Still, you gotta admit that was kind of funny.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Yep.
Anyway, Crow pretty much winds up taking a very different route. Winds up breaking off from you guys to go do their own thing.
My character is just gonna keep going deeper inside this tomb.
Eventually, you
Yeah,
become.
I'll be in there with them. With the torch and the
I thought you had
crossbow.
dark vision.
I do have dark vision, but he might not.
I don't. I am human. Everyone else could see in the dark but me.
Wait, goblins have
Yeah.
dark vision too?
Yeah, we have 60 feet. Yeah, goblins have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I didn't realize. Pretty much
Yeah, I mean,
watches like a little lantern just comes swinging from within a cloak as Crow disappears into the darkness.
so is the archaeologist with us?
Yep, he's looking at his journal. Ooh, so this is gonna be. If judging from these markings on the wall, this is the tomb of the third queen of the Bassa line during their reign. I think.
Considering of how Bassa is spelled, I'm pretty sure like they would be in the base registry. Like really low tone.
I have a feeling we're gonna find most of the things he's gonna find somewhere within, like, probably the heart of this tomb. Actually, I quickly cast detect magic to see if there's like any magic traps set. Because if this is an ancient tomb, there's probably traps.
Well, you do see there is some glowing. But yeah, you also do see a bit of glowing back and further in the distance, back where Crow
Everyone,
is.
stop!
Stops.
There is magic in this place.
Okay. How far back?
Way back, but there is some small, like, magic across the hall. Tread carefully.
As you watch what appears to be a glowing sword pops out from around the corner.
What?
Well,
It's
I
in the
grab
hand.
my sickle.
It's in the hand of Crow.
Oh, thank God.
What? Never seen a moon touch sword?
No, I have not. I thought you were a ghost or some type of. Forget it.
I've already got what I came here for.
The sword?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, can you at least guide us through to the heart of this place, if possible?
Even I can't. Even I don't know that route. I can do my best, but be aware we might go in circles for at least an hour.
All right, all right, everyone. We're probably the most smartest people in this room, not the planet, but at least in this building. If we put our heads together, we'll figure it out. So,
And I
how do we get
the only
to the
one.
heart?
Well, besides, there are like three ways to do this. There's the fun way, there's the easy way, and then there's the hard way.
So what's the fun way?
Explosives. But that might cause the whole thing to come down on our heads.
I'm pretty sure the hard way is to slowly dig to it, huh?
Actually, I think that'd be more the easier way.
Mhm.
Because it'd be safer. The other way
So
would
the
be
hard.
find our way through the trap infested corridor.
Well, I'm up for adventure. To the corridor!
Help. Guess I can't have brought these. And I'm gonna end it off here for now.
Nice.
Fair
That
enough.
was good.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah, that was really fast of what fire